we talked about David D4vd multiple times on
Mm-hmm.
this Street Politicking podcast.
Straight politicking, my brother.
What did I say?
Street politicking.
Street Politicking. I'm screwing everything up today. Huh?
Butchering words, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I'm not on my I'm not on point today. Very rare. It's a very rare me not on point today. Street Politicking. That's probably somebody else's channel.
Probably.
But no, we straight politicking over here. And I was trying to politic this with you before, Munchie B, that there's no felony committed here. Even if they put the body in the trunk of this car, it's a misdemeanor. It's not even going to send you to prison. You might do a year in the county jail, if that. And if you have no criminal record like this dude does, guess what his sentence would be?
Probably probation.
Probation, if they find him guilty of anything. But before you say anything, let me just read this article. No foul play with a question mark. LAPD makes stunning statement on David and Celeste Rivas investigation. Authorities have not identified any murder in the death of teenager Celeste Rivas, whose body was found in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to David. The Los Angeles Police Department said it provided the update to KTLA News and that the case remains open and unsolved. An LAPD spokesperson said to KTLA, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause of manner of death for Ms. Rivas. As such, it remains unclear whether there is any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body. RHD is thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste Rivas and her family. According to attorneys, concealing a body in California can be considered a misdemeanor. Concealing an accidental death is a misdemeanor in California that constitutes a maximum of 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 to $10,000 fine. Legal analyst Allison Tressel said.
Could have been an overdose, and they panicked and hid her body. And as unbelievable as it sounds, concealment of a body is a misdemeanor in California.
And that's pretty much it. So far, we don't know how she died. The coroner has not released any reason or cause of death.
That was a nobody. What's his name? What's the title when you do the autopsy?
Well, the medical examiner or the coroner or the pathologist, that all means the same thing.
Yeah, he's a nobody. We looked that up. He only been doing his job for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, but I don't think that has
Nothing to do with him coming with it being inconclusive.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that any medical examiner would have had the same exact challenges. Now we learned that the body. There was an investigator that uncovered a camera that showed the car being parked there on July 29th. The car was parked there on July 29th. So that means
last year though.
No, 2025. So that means she was in that trunk for all of August until they found her on like September 7th or September 8th. I don't remember the exact date. So we got 6 weeks of a body decomposing in the trunk of a car, at least 6 weeks.
Hold on. So they found some footage, somebody parking it.
That's what, according to this private investigator, he has footage that that car was parked there.
Hey man, this is mind blowing, bro. That's the most police car you could have on the streets. Everything's recording. Like, how? I'm lost.
I don't know. I tried to look up many like tutorials on the cameras of a Tesla, and are they always running? Do they run sometimes? Can you opt out? And there's no clear explanation on how these cameras work. Some of them work when the car is moving.
You can opt out.
Yeah, they say you can opt out. Some say that the cameras can run all day, even when it's parked. But then you're gonna run out of camera space. You're gonna run out of so there's no real explanation on it. So I don't know.
Rest in peace to her.
Yeah, and then I am starting not to believe the reports that her body had been, like what was the word we used? Not mutilated, but
decomposed.
No, decomposed is natural. We were talking. There were reports that they had physically, manually did things to her corpse.
Oh, decapitated.
Decapitated means you cut the head off.
What that mean with body parts?
Here's the word: dismembered. dismembered.
Okay.
I'm starting not to believe that there was any dismembering. I think it was just extreme decomposition. Because now most of these media outlets that did report dismembering, they're starting to fall back on that. Dismembering is a felony, so I don't think dismembering happened at all.
Right.
So that's why a lot of the early reports of any story, you're gonna find that 75% of it is untrue, and so far, no felony crime has been committed. And I know that's hard for people to accept, that a body is found in the trunk of a car and that there's no felony committed.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Well, the only possible result where no felony is committed is that she died of her own doing, and most people are pointing to an overdose.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, and they found out she wasn't pregnant.
She not only was she wasn't pregnant, she hadn't been pregnant in the last year. They could test her for the last 12 months.
Hey, look. Let's just say if they did charge them, and they wasn't really playing by the rules, because they going by the letter of the law right now. But if they did just want to charge him and just throw and see if something stick, man, the jury will fry him.
For what though?
They just go fry him. These officers going by the letter of the law, and they being fair across the board. They going by the book. But let's just say if there was effed up officers, like most of them, tried him, if he went to trial, he would lose.
Well, I think that because he is financially stable and he has the ability to pick a dream team, nothing's going to stick. Not even the underage stuff would stick. Not even the underage stuff would stick.
Man, he at least get a hung jury. I can't see him walking on that if he go to trial.
I seen an interview with a high profile attorney that says I could defend him from any of the underage allegations. It's not going to stick. This is an attorney saying this.
He better be shutting his mouth. He better be absolutely quiet. He better be at home, wherever he is, doing nothing, not going anywhere, not talking to anybody, and just doing everything that she tells him to do, which is just sit there until I tell you what to do. You never know why they're doing what they're doing. You never know what the state of their investigation is. But I think the LAPD, especially in cases like this, where you've had these cases long time ago where you find these women dismembered in horrible situations, and the LAP just really did not know what to do with these investigations. I think that their PR and their attorneys are telling them to be quiet too. They just don't have enough information to give any kind of information out into the public. So I think that if you're an attorney for the LAPD, if you're an attorney for the city of Los Angeles, you guys say absolutely nothing. You say nothing until you know exactly what's happening. And in this case, I cannot imagine that there's ever going to be a point where we know exactly what happened. What is the evidence that we have that any crime occurred? Well, we know that there's a body in a trunk. But what evidence do we have connecting David to any actual crime? She told her friends that he was that they were in a relationship. What does that mean? She left her house. That was a very, very troubled situation. How do we know that he had anything to do with that? There's no evidence against this man for any crime that I can see.
How about witnesses? Because the friends of David spoke with TMZ, and they all held out that they thought that they were a couple. They held themselves out as a couple. She said that she was 19 and a college kid, and they were absolutely romantic.
Proving my point. If he thought that she was overage, then it's not a crime. But what does...
Oh, that's not true. Ignorance of the law. You can't have a relationship with an underage girl and say, well, she told me she was 19.
Hire me if that ever happens.
Because of some of the information about Celeste that's come out.
Yeah, they said she didn't have fake IDs.
All kind of fake IDs.
And they thought she went to your school, USC.
Yeah. They said she was 19. So even though people are wanting to say he did something in that area of sex offense, I would be surprised if he's charged with it. Because usually if you're going to charge with a sex offense, you need a victim. Well, here the victim is dead. So who's going to come to court? Where's the evidence going to come to prosecute David for any sort of sex offense? Who's gonna tell?
You
Who's
need
gonna
a
come to court?
you need a victim. All right, give me all right. So if I shoot this dude in 2010, and then he passed away 2015, but the police find out I'm the one shot him back in 2010, I can't be charged with it because he died now.
It's possible, but it's hard. I had a case just like that where a guy died 9 years later from his bullet injury. They went back and indicted him for murder, but he beat it. He beat it, but it took a lot of fighting. It took a lot of fighting. But 9 years, I'm like, wow, 9 years later, this guy died from that bullet injury, and I believe it was in Compton too. And I was on the case, so I should say we beat it.
All right.
We beat that. But I was a little surprised. So I wouldn't be surprised if they charge you 5 years. I seen them 9 years later. So, but I think judges are starting to not like those type of prosecutions, because you can do anything within those 5 years as a patient. What if you started drinking heavily? What if you started doing things that contributed to the death?
Yeah, expedited it.
Yeah, that's what the defense team in the case that I'm talking about. They attacked almost every medical opinion that there was, and homeboy beat it. So yeah, you can't get charged, but you can definitely beat it. But it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
You want that fight for the next year or two? That's an unnecessary fight, man. An unnecessary stress. But you think they're gonna do David like that?
Nah, like you said, that dream team he could assemble,
He's already got this one attorney that's very high profile.
and that's why I think the prosecution kicking back because they know he working with some chili.
Yeah,
They looking like, man, all he gotta do is go get a dream team of lawyers, and then you know what I'm saying. But if he was broke, that'd be at him. That'd be at his throat.
absolutely. If he had no money, I think he would be in custody and having to fight this on some charge that a judge would obviously prove.
Right.
But so far nothing. And at the most right now, he's facing a misdemeanor if he's the one that put that body in the trunk. We don't even know who put it in the trunk. And this investigator that claims that he has footage from a house of this car being parked there, he hasn't released it. He hasn't put it out.
How certain are you that this video of the car driving away from David's mansion is the last time it drove and ended up at the spot where it was abandoned, likely with that body inside?
I'm certain. Listen, I can't say 100% because there's not a camera trained on that Tesla once it's parked. Continuously that I've seen. I mean, there likely is a camera, but I've seen the car driven to that spot, and with the dates, with the date that it was, and they left town right after that. I'm certain that is the last time the car was driven. It was put there with her, in the front trunk. On that day, this is the very end of July 29th. It was like 78 degrees at that time in the morning, or 77 degrees. And if it was on the street where the house is, so it's shaded by the house.
I really don't know how much I believe that, but he says it's dated July 29th. The time, it makes sense. He went on tour on August 7th or 8th and was gone for the whole month. She's found in the first week of September.
And that little girl's running around, not going home.
Oh, she was outside.
Yeah.
She's been outside since she was like 11. And she wasn't outside in Lake Elsinore. She was in L.A.
I don't know how she got that far away from home.
I mean, it ain't that far. You could get on the damn train and you're in Union Station,
No, at 11, just wandering to L.A., how did you meet these group of people to even start hanging with them?
Hey, when I was going to Hollywood High School, there were so many homeless teens on Hollywood Boulevard. I would walk down. Hollywood Boulevard was full of homeless people. It was like Skid Row. They cleaned it up.
Yeah, I never been in the county jail with some of them dudes that program in Hollywood a whole lot, and they got all these stories. Like it's funny just being in the county jail around people that be downtown Skid Row and the ones that be in Hollywood, because they all got these little interesting ass stories. It's like a whole nother world down here.
Yeah, but the Hollywood is definitely cleaned up. But when I used to meet people on Hollywood Boulevard that were homeless, I always just say, "Damn, what you doing out here?" Oh man, my family kicked me out. They all had the same shit. My family put me out, and they were all, you can tell they were rebel type people, girls and guys. They were rebel, and their families had it with them. So yeah, I've seen all kind of teenagers on Hollywood Boulevard, and then they get to doing drugs. Yeah, man. So she could have been that type of chick. She definitely was a rebel at home.
Mm-hmm. We saw that, her mannerisms.
Yeah.
You're right.
So man, it's unfortunate, And when I was raising my kids, boy, I raised my kids with a lock and key.
Celeste, is that her name?
Yeah, Celeste Rivas.
Yeah.
I raised my kids with a lock and key because of stuff like this.